hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl, and it's terror time again. They've got you running through the night. It's a terrifying time.
Hello YouTube, this is the Booty Warrior, and welcome to Diablo 1. We're just gonna kick this off with the intro sequence, because I fucking love this intro. It's been a few years since I played this game now, but it's always been one of my favorites. One of my favorite dungeon crawlers in general. And as far as the Diablo games are concerned, it's the only one that I play consistently. This is the only one that I always enjoy playing every now and then. I mean, I like Diablo 2 a little bit. Not as much as this game, though. See, a big thing about this game that makes me prefer it over the rest of the games is the aesthetic. In this intro, I just love how it builds up the atmosphere and tension. And I assume that's supposed to be our character. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Even when I understand the lore of this game, I am not entirely sure what this intro is referencing. Because I know it's about like a prince getting corrupted by the devil, and this church getting tainted by the evil presence, but I don't know if this fucking sword has to do with anything. I imagine this is actually supposed to be Tristan. Maybe? Except Tristan is not an empty town in-game. Here comes the best part. A weird flickering light effect, though. And let's see, I did start like a test character. Let's start a new one, though. I'm gonna be doing Warrior. That's always the default one I go with. Boots is fine. And this is a point-and-click RPG. Not something that you see very often. And if I right-click,
I don't have a spell ready.
That's like the default spell casting button. Let's talk to this drunk guy.
Stand a fellow drinking peace?
I love the voice acting in this game. It is technically accurate. I'm not sure how good it is, objectively speaking, but this is one drunk sounding motherfucker, that's for sure.
I ain't too sure. Somewhere out of the church, the whole pile of gold.
Probably. It's usually how dungeons work.
I'm just waiting for someone to get it.
You know what'd be funny? Like, can you imagine voicing this guy and actually just getting wasted off your ass?
No one ever listened.
What do they call that? Method acting? That'd be next level method acting. And I wish this game got a remake. Maybe there's like a graphical mod on the internet.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Ah yes, the classic Kane.
Jillian is a fine woman.
She's got a nice ass, too.
Her high spirits and her quick laugh. She holds a special place in my heart. She stays on in the tavern to support.
He's always been, like, up until Diablo 3, he's always been, like, kind of the mascot of this game, I feel.
Fear for her safety.
He's always just hanging around.
Any man in the village would rather die than see her harmed.
Alright, now let's get this shit out of the way. Actually, how much gold do I got? 100 gold pieces?
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Ah, I love Griswold, he's so awesome.
Look at that edge, that balance.
That fucking accent is 10 out of 10, bruh.
Is the master of all weapons. Its keen blade finds little to hack or pierce on the undead. But against a living, breathing enemy, the sword will better slice their flesh.
Alright, Mr. Leprechaun, what do you got for me? You got like basic armor. I probably don't actually need to buy any of this. Yeah, we're gonna stick with what I got for the time being. Let's talk to this dude.
Thank goodness you returned.
This is the NPC you're supposed to talk to, quote unquote.
All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village.
dragged away to become slaves, or worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated and is being used for dark rituals.
Oh
The
shit.
screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith's shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again. Good luck.
And early on, there's not too much to do in this zone. And I believe this is the path we're supposed to follow, maybe? Or maybe it's the left path. Let's just try following the left path. There's a couple different ways to get to the church. And this is not actually that massive of a zone. Yeah, there's no auto map available in town, which kind of sucks. So it really forces you to, like, remember where everything is. And there's a few NPCs. There's, like, a witch character nearby, but, we're gonna ignore that for the time being. Now, this has always confused me. It has always baffled me. Because sometimes when you start the game, there will be an NPC right here who's, like, bleeding out that you can talk to. That gives you, like, a little warning about what the fuck is going down in there. And sometimes he doesn't show up, and I don't know what the trigger is. Maybe it's random. But yeah, I love the evil lighting. Like, is that supposed to be... I assume it's supposed to just be the lighting effect. But it almost looks like it could pass off as blood.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
I know, right? Now, in Diablo 2, if you hold down the shift key... Oh, wait. Okay, that's how it works in this game, too. I guess it just didn't work when I was in town. But yeah, so this is pretty much how the game works. You just go around clicking shit. You can hold down shift. In fact, if you're going to engage any enemy, I recommend holding down the shift key. That way you're not going to, like, accidentally move when you're trying to click on shit. Because that can be very, very annoying. And there's, like, a little map. You can kind of, like, outrange certain enemies, too. Using the shift key. Like, here, I'll stay here. Before he even has time to hit me. There he is. He's just dead as shit. Now, do not be fooled. This game is not easy. I mean, okay, yeah, it's pretty brain dead on the first couple levels. But, there's a lot of, like, random elements to it. Like, sometimes you'll get enemies that you will never be able to block. Like, they'll just keep hitting you over and over and over. And likewise, sometimes you'll attack an enemy that will just block the shit out of you. Like I did my test run earlier. And that happened to me. Now, when you are dealing with a crowd, you want to try to get them into some kind of bottleneck. You don't want to get surrounded. Because once you get hit from, like, several positions at once, that's when it can get kind of dangerous. Now, thankfully, the AI in this game is actually so simplistic that you can kind of... You don't actually have to get into a bottleneck. Because the pathfinding is not very good. In fact, half the time, sometimes, like, these guys will run away from you. I guess it's not an AI thing, it's more of, like, some enemies are just more cowardly than others. And when we have this, these are for the number keys. That's pretty much only used for consumables, though. And if we look, there is, I believe 500 is the max, and then a new stack of gold begins. And this is how the game works. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how the damage works, like 2 to 6. I don't know what determines if you hit 2 or 6. Maybe it depends on your strength or dex scaling. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure the short sword is just objectively better than the club. But as you can see, our durability is weakening the more we use it. Now, just like in Dark Souls, you have the option of repairing your weapons. I don't remember how often you have to do it, though. And this is a really good position to fight enemies. As you can see, like, certain enemies are obfuscated by the geometry. Basically, the logic is, if there's not an opening you can walk through, it can act as cover. And there is a leveling system, like in most RPGs. Ah, shit, we took a hit. And if I remember correctly, you actually restore all your health whenever you level up. And let's see, we got these special rooms. I always like fighting zombies. What's this? New strength is forced through destruction. Okay, so that gives us what I believe is a strength upgrade, maybe an armor upgrade for a certain period of time. But it will wear down when that icon goes away. I'm not sure exactly how long it lasts. And while it's quiet, let's take a look at our leveling. Now, unfortunately, you don't have the option of being able to see what your stats do before you're committed. So, I'm going to go ahead and go with Strength, because I don't remember what all the stats do. And apparently that did nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's unfortunate. Maybe you have to, like, upgrade it enough. Let's see, that was the C button, right? Yeah. And like I said, I love the aesthetic in this game. It's beautiful. It's so creepy and dark. We gotta be a little careful with these. The funny thing is, even if you're a ranged character, I think you still go in melee range. Now, sometimes they will spawn enemies, which is whatever, that doesn't really matter. But the big danger, as you can see, our auto map is filling out as we're walking around, very convenient. But the big danger, some of them will explode, some of them are traps. Kind of like chests in Dark Souls, how some of them are explosive, or they'll release poison or whatever. I'm pretty sure that barrels will only explode, and as you can see, the explosion is not guaranteed to hit you. So sometimes the RNG will be on your side, and you'll be fine anyway. And I'm going to try to explore this dungeon as much as I possibly can before we leave. Especially since that upgrade is still going through. And I don't think any enemies respawn once you kill them. I think they disappear from the map altogether once they're killed. I know that in Diablo 2, at least in the outside areas, the big zones, some enemies will respawn. And that's a little taste of the multi-enemy combat, when you're not going too far out of your way to avoid getting surrounded. And I love the gory sounds. I do wish there was, like, more blood, though. Okay, let's hope. Ah, shit. There we go, there we go. But I think our class is just really good when it comes to dealing with a horde of enemies in general. Like, that's the trade-off you get when you go with a warrior class, is you're tanky. And depending on your build, you can be pretty good at dodging hits. Percent to hit, which I believe is... What that means by to hit, that means the accuracy of your weapons. Like, how often will your character miss when you click something, and vice versa. Let's see. Armor class. I know that you can upgrade your health as well, and your mana, by upgrading magic. I've never actually done a range build, a proper range build in this game. Pretty much every time I play this game, I always go with the melee class. Because in general, in RPGs, that's usually how I like to play. I don't like kiting things out too often. Sometimes I'll try it just for the sake of experimentation, like in Diablo 2. I like to do the druid build every now and then. Plus, it lets you transform into a bear. Who doesn't want to be a bear? Be all kinds of interesting creatures. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else over there. And the music isn't too in your face. It's really more of like a background atmospheric kind of thing. I think those are some candles that are actually doing a little bit of lighting. I do wish there was, like, some explanation of how your character was lighting things up. Like he was holding up a torch or something. I think it would be interesting if... I think this might be a mechanic in Diablo 2, I'm not sure. But you know how in Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne... Oh shit, nice trap. You have the option of, holding a torch in one of your hands and then a weapon instead of a shield. I think it could be fun if Diablo had a similar mechanic. I believe this is the only room... The first couple zones are relatively small. Now, one thing about the corpses is sometimes they will block the doorways. See? Block door because it just so happens that there's an enemy there. And I believe that is permanent. Like, that is never going to go away. Doorways are important, though, because they can help you bottleneck enemies, especially when they're in like giant hordes, or like if there's a mini boss you want to kill, you can get him stuck in the doorway and just attack him there. That way it's just a 1v1. And one big thing I remember about this game that I loved abusing was you can do this health potion cheese, where you literally have so many health potions that you can't possibly die. And that's how I beat a lot of the big bosses in this game. And honestly, like, when you start fighting bosses in this game, it can actually be, like, legitimately tiring to try to hit them. Because sometimes you'll get off plenty of hits at once, and sometimes you'll miss so much. You'll get exhausted, because you're like, oh my god, dude, I'm clicking so hard. Okay, I'm clicking more than I would in a StarCraft match. Sometimes. Let's take a look at our inventory. Let's see, 17 strength. How much strength do we have? More than enough. I should actually look up later, like, how the scaling works. And yeah, you can't press escape. You gotta press I to, like, bring up and get rid of the, inventory menu. And I'm really surprised by how long that shield icon is lasting. Maybe it lasts the rest of the zone. Or maybe it just happens to last half an hour. Who knows? Thank God for gamer FAQs, though. Indeed. Okay, I'm gonna have to open this. This is a good example of how the choke points can work. And of course you can use doors to, like, escape enemies altogether, but I think most enemies can open the doorways. I remember the bosses could, definitely. So, like, right there, it looks like that particular skeleton was very tanky. Because you would get an indication if you were just hitting the shield. Because it would just show you hitting the shield. And there's not too much to the combat in this game. It looks like it can be repetitive, but, this is definitely a simpler RPG. If you're expecting a Dark Souls experience, where you're, like, doing these crazy combos and rolling around like a ballerina and shit, you don't really get that in this game. This is more about... This is the kind of dungeon crawler that encourages the exploration above anything else. Which is... Yeah, a lot of RPGs tend to be obsessed about the action elements, which isn't bad. I mean, I understand why they do that. It's more accessible to most people. And it can make the game feel a lot less monotonous, because sometimes this game can feel monotonous if you're not in the right state of mind for it. Which is part of the reason why I never beat Diablo 2. Diablo 2 I've never beaten. Diablo 1 I've beaten a couple different times. Okay, that's the first... That's the exit to the town. Which, to be honest, I think I'm gonna actually go over there first. Because my inventory is just full like crazy, and I need to get rid of some of these items. And this is one of those annoying things about this game that I don't really care for, is the inventory space. Because you will run out of space like crazy. It's not that bad once you get town portals, because then you can just immediately warp back, but early on it can be a huge hassle, because it's like, either you go out of your way to avoid shit, and just pick up gold or consumables.
Good day. How may I serve you?
I believe she's a bartender?
Pepin saved my grandmother's life. And I
Or
believe I can never
you have to, like,
repay him for that.
leapfrog items
His ability
around.
to heal any sickness is more powerful than the
But I believe you can
mightiest
just drop
sword.
items on the ground and they will stay
Skills
there as
than
well.
any spell you can name. If you ever are in need of healing, Pepin can help you.
Pepin. Gotcha. Actually, where is this Pepin? See, that's the tavern now. Oh yeah, Pepin the healer. I remember you. You're cool.
What ails you, my friend?
I got stabbed a couple, 2-3 times.
Poor Wirt. I get all that was
And sometimes you'll get access to
but
side
I
quests.
know he despises
talking
that
to these
wooden peg
characters.
I was forced to attach to his leg. His wounds were hideous. No one, and especially such a young child, should have to suffer the way he did.
And I don't believe we met him yet. But he's referring to a character that I believe is more upwards to the upper left. It's kind of hard to describe left and right directions in this game. Because, obviously it has this diagonal appearance. Now, how much did we level up? Looks like only once. Okay. Now, are there any unidentified items? Let's look at this. That's a staff. I don't care about that. I believe we can use the short bows forever without needing ammo. I know in Diablo 2 you actually need ammo, and you will run out eventually.
Well, what can I do for you?
Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna need that. And as far as I can tell, there's not like blunt damage or stab damage or anything like that in this game. I want to hold on to the bow for the time being, just in case. A saber. That could be good, though. And he can repair your items as well. Is there a repair all button? No. Okay, that kind of sucks. You have to, like, individually sell everything. Now, right now, what I really want is some damage. A mace. Could be good. Yeah, we're gonna try to avoid spending money as much as possible for the time being. Let's try boosting our dexterity. Okay, that increases our armor to hit and damage. So I might actually just be dumping things like crazy. So, if I'm reading this correctly, 2 out of 6, 3 out of 7, so we should be hitting for like 3 damage with every single one of these. Let's try switching this out, actually. I keep pressing escape. What is that icon for? Why is it still there? I don't think this game actually has a chest, so we have to drop items like right here. And I'm not going to use that or that anytime soon. And this should stay here forever. Hopefully. And that's a good way to start out. Let's check out his premium items. Sword of Piercing. Damages target's armor. That could be good. Axe of Piercing. I can't really sell anything, right? Yeah. I'm not going to bother too much with NPCs for the time being. I just want to focus on making as much progress in the dungeons as possible. Might as well save. I got a little bit more time to play. I like just woke up like an hour ago. So I was like, I might as well record a little bit more because Halloween is going to come to an end pretty soon. And as you can see, everything is still dead. Wait, why is this left open? Oh. Didn't I clear this already? How queer. Maybe I'm thinking of a different area. Yeah, our accuracy is already taking a bit of a dump. And I love fighting hordes in this game. It can actually be pretty fun. I guess I didn't get this yet. While the spirit is vigilant, the body thrives. Okay. Oh, another doorway. Good thing I went over here first. Because you don't want to miss out on items. I think the big thing about Diablo 2 that, like, always turned me off from it is... It's one of those games where... Like, yeah, I love how big and open it is, but at the same time, it's like, you get lost so easily in that game. Like, I have to look up walkthroughs every now and then, because I'm like, how do I actually get out of here? Or, like, where do I go to progress? Because there's just a bunch of random dungeons all over the place. And apparently there's this path to the left that I never checked out. Oh, pfft, that goofy orb, though. And sometimes enemies will come out of the sarcophagus. Sarcophagi? Is that the proper word? Okay, awesome. I'm hoping to get an example of, like, an enemy coming out. And this actually is a much bigger area than I remember. And the funny thing is, if I remember correctly, these dungeons are randomized. At least to a degree. Like, I remember every playthrough of this game. Maybe my memory is just really, really bad. But, I have a different idea of the layout in my head of, like, how this particular level worked. Oh, I love chopping their heads off. It's so fun. And we already got more... Alright, we upgraded our damage a little bit more. Oh, wait, that damage number... It changed. Interesting. Not a lot of dexterity there. I mean, not a lot of durability there. But maybe it'll last. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll be very hard to hit. So yeah, I guess the damage stat actually depends on what weapon we're using. We learned something new. Did we just get a town portal? Nah. Oh wait, yeah, we did. Okay, this is like one of the most important scrolls in the entire game, actually. And thank goodness we actually got it pretty early. Let's see, I'm going to clear out this first room first. I want to try to get everything done in a nice, clean way. I'm going to ignore stats. These things are creepy. I can only imagine how this game would look with modern graphics, seeing these monsters rendered. Would be fun is if someone made like a brutal Doom mod type of thing with this game, where everything was just gorier, because that's what Diablo needs, is more gratuitous gore. And a lot of people seem to have mixed feelings about Diablo 3. I mean, I like Diablo 3 less than Diablo 2, but I don't think it's a bad game or nothing. No way, no how, bruh. Like, a lot of people will complain about the aesthetics, but it's still Diablo, you know? You're still doing all the basic Diablo things, you're exploring, you're going through dungeons, and trying out different builds and different levelings. Now, there's actually a huge difference in how the game works here compared to Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Now, there are different types of enemies. Unfortunately, all the games love doing this shit, where they're like, oh, I got a new idea. Let's recolor enemies we've already had you fight. It's a totally different enemy, I swear to God. They especially love doing this in Diablo 2. I'm gonna try to get these guys in a choke point. Now, that's a mini-boss. Rotfest the Hungry. And these guys are pretty tanky. These mini-boss characters. And let's see, are you gonna come to me? Good. No resistance, some magic immunities. Well, you're not a very strong guy, are you? And these potions will heal you instantly, so I'm gonna be holding it off. As long as possible. Maybe we'll get lucky. And we'll have an opportunity to heal through leveling. The awesome thing about the healer back in town is, wait, do I not have a shield? Fuck. I guess it broke at some point. That's unfortunate. Actually, hold on. I might be thinking of Diablo 2, but I believe there's a mechanic where it's like you press W to weapon switch. That way you can have like different setups ready on the fly. At least different, you know, 2 different ones. Okay. Oh, okay, so I totally misread that icon earlier. That was referencing the shield. Because the shield was about to break, I see. And now this is referencing the fact that the rags are about to break, so I'm actually going to take that off. And if I get back to town, I'll try to repair it. I'm probably going to have to, like, go around without a shield for a bit, because I want to avoid spending my money. We're looking at 755. Okay, so I was actually wrong earlier. I think it's probably closer to 1,000 is the max. Oh shit, that's a fun time right there. Look at that fun time, look at those adventures. Man, these guys look like such hipsters with their red hair. I guess it's supposed to be like an exposed brain or something. Let's see. The thing is, like, I don't want to waste my town portal too early. Because then I have to walk all the way back the next time, unless I get lucky and find another portal. Yeah, we'll top off here just in case. Soul Pus, some magic resistance, no immunities. We can't really do anything about avoiding damage here. We just keep clicking and clicking and clicking. Now, there's a PS1 version of this game, and the funny thing is... Ooh, is that... Oh, that looks cool. Let's identify that. A split skull shield. Armor class 10, hit points 10, plus 2 to strength. You get less light radius, though, so that's a lot less vision on our end. And altered durability. What does that mean? Aw, fuck you. Yeah, we're running into a lot of Puke Rat. That's a nice name. Oh wow, you were pathetic. Just like all your brothers. If they had to work more like a gradual heal, maybe the healing system wouldn't be as broken in this game, because it is kind of broken. It doesn't even like necessarily force you to run away. The only time it gets awkward is like when you run out of these hotkeys and you have to like start using them from the inventory menu. And you can just have this entire thing filled with health potions late game, while wearing all the armor that you need, etc, etc. And there's a lot of forks in the road here. Oh boy, thank goodness for the map. Man, this game would be a nightmare to play if it wasn't for the map. Ah, perfect. Bah. I'll level up after this fight. Ooh, probably not going to use that. Actually, how's that work? Okay, so that's how you use that. Bodhi, you just wasted it. It's okay. Magic is for cucks anyway. I don't need all that. Ooh, full healing. Delicious. I'll put that over here. Save that for emergency situations, but it should be a long time before we have to worry about that. Okay, we got like 30 more minutes to go. Because I gotta go to work pretty soon. I should probably do this more often. Like, recording early in the morning, but like I tend to go to bed late. Like around midnight. Because if I don't, then it becomes a huge hassle to like stay asleep. Insomnia is one of the worst things ever. I'm telling you guys. Maybe we can sell these potions to like the witch lady back in town. Ah, I got lucky there. Oh, pfft, there it is. It just came so late, that's funny. Oops. Okay. I wish we could, like, auto-sort these somehow. Because, like, I would rather have a potion on the one key, like, closest to the left side of the keyboard as possible. That's how I always prefer it. A lot easier to reach. But yeah, so, like, I sorted this thought earlier, and I got fucking distracted, as I tend to do. Inferno. You know what, just for curiosity's sake, I want to see what this does. Oh, I need enough magic. Unfortunate. Oh, that was weird. He, like, snapped back into place. But yeah, so as you can see...
Some of this stuff.
Yeah. How much better is this? 3 armor... Okay, so it's less. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to, like, go back. Because I don't want all my stuff to break, because we're running out of space. How many more town portals do I got? Just 1. Oh, I love that. That loading screen so much. And you know what else I love about this game? Okay, so that's not nearly as close to the center as I thought it would be. That's, unfortunate.
Well, what can I do for you?
First of all, let's sell some stuff. Well, actually, no. Let's, repair first. Okay, I got 1,000 gold. What can I sell here? I kind of want to keep that for the time being. Sell that. Yeah, it's going to be a while before we can really do anything here. I'll hold on to that. This has better armor stats, so I'll hang on to that. It's kind of weird. Like, rags have better armor stats than a cape from mages. But whatever. Okay, this is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I guess I take back everything I said. Now, unfortunately... So in Diablo 2, there's like this skill tree that you could use as any character, any class. Not a thing in this game. Instead, it's like primarily for mage characters. I guess I have this repair skill. Huh. I wonder if you can actually get more abilities in that case. I don't remember. Let's see. I'm not going to need that. Can I sell this somewhere? Let's heal first.
What ails you, my friend?
Yeah, it's totally free. Awesome. We can think about our stats as we make our way to the witch. Because maybe she will take some of our potions. This is kind of a big area, not too big. You can get a little bit lost, especially if you're a newbie. Wow, that water is not even animated. 0 out of a million. Worst game ever. Ah, this is the guy with the wooden leg.
Over here.
I have something for sale, but it will cost 50 gold just to take a look. Fine. What have you got? Oh, ha ha ha. Azure Blade Puncturing. Resist lightning. Okay, 26% damage. Ooh. Oh, wait, no. It resists lightning 26%. Damages target's armor. Doesn't seem worth the price. You're crazy, kid.
Over here.
Don't trust everything the drunk says. Too many
No
tales
kidding.
have fogged his vision and his good sense.
That's common sense. Of course you don't always trust a drunk. In fact, you should probably never trust a drunk 9 times out of 10. Oh, man. Do I actually have to go all the way around? That's fucking gay. Oh, well. I guess I'll upgrade... Actually, I want to round out my strength and see what it does. Okay, so it does increase my damage a little bit. That's good to know. And it looks like our base health increases even if we don't go out of our way to upgrade it ourselves. So that's good. I don't remember what my builds usually are in this game, though. The witch is to the left side, isn't she? Maybe she's to the right side? I'll check that out. Now I gotta be careful not to like right click by accident because I might use mana. Well, let's try it. No. Can I cancel this? Yes, I can. Good. I'm pretty sure that uses mana. I believe that's how skills worked in Diablo 2 as well. And this is actually a shortcut that leads to a significant middle ground in the area. Unfortunately, we cannot kill these things. Okay, yeah, this is where the witch is. Now I remember. But I remember there's this big meme in this game where there's like this rumored cow level.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Yeah, you want this? That's my question. Don't need mana. Excuse me, guess I'll hang on to that. What is recharge staves? I guess that's just like a mage-specific thing.
Earthen walls and thatched canopy do not a home create. The innkeeper Ogden serves more of a purpose in this town than many understand. He provides shelter for Jillian and her matriarch, maintains what life Farnham has left to him, and provides an anchor for all who are left in the town to what Tristram once was. His tavern and the simple pleasures that can still be found there provide a glimpse of a life that the people here remember. It is that memory that continues to feed their hopes for your success.
Well, isn't that nice?
Earth and wall.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't have anything else for us. What kind of potions can I get? Ooh, town portal. Okay, I'll buy one. Just one, ladies and gentlemen, just one. And eventually we should get a book of town portal, which will allow us to use this indefinitely. As long as we have the mana for it. And yeah, I guess now we will make our way back to the portal and get out of here. And you can hotkey the scrolls as well. But I don't really recommend it, to be quite honest. I don't think it's worth it. Because more often than not, unless you're in a pickle, you're probably gonna just use it outside of combat. Yeah, I'm trying to understand what this total kills thing is. I believe that goes up as you kill the same enemy over and over. Ooh, this is a nice room. See, the funny thing about this game is, like, it loves giving you a huge pile of gold, but it's always like 35 gold, 10 gold, etc. So, like, it looks more impressive than it really is. I'm not sure what the point of that total kills thing is. With Shadow Bite. That sounds good. I want to use that mace. And hopefully that will last us a while. Not identified. Okay, I'll give you attention. I'm trying to read, man. Come on now. Wait, really? The stat is already going down? Okay. Plus 3% to all attributes. Let's see. Maybe two-handed and one-handed weapons aren't a mechanic in this game, because I remember it's a thing in Diablo 2. Yeah, this has a slower animation, so you can't spam it quite as mindlessly. So you're trading attack speed for, like, higher base damage, just like in most RPGs, with these mace-type weapons. And to be honest, I might actually get off a little bit earlier. And I'll probably come back to this later. But I actually have to finish up. I want to try to finish up the Amnesia playthrough if I can. Before the end of the year. Or the end of October, excuse me. Just because, like, we're so far into the game that it's like, I might as well finish it. And, I have some strong feelings about the game that I can't really say until I beat it. Because I want to make sure, like, I know what I'm talking about before I say anything. Not even going to give y'all a hint of what my opinion of that game is. But anyway. So back to Diablo 1. Apparently there's, like, console versions of this game. This game has a PS1 version, which... yeah, I think I might try that just for the hell of it, but I'm pretty sure it's the same game. Probably laggier, probably doesn't control as well. Because I know in Diablo 3's case, the console ports play more like a hack and slash game, which is really weird. Because I remember, like, playing it and I was like, man, how do you make a point-and-click game work on a console? And the answer is you don't make it a point-and-click game. The answer is you make it a weird hack-and-slash thing. Arcane power brings destruction. Aw, man, that could have been a nice buff. I think that just clears out the room of enemies, though. Now, I want to hang on to this, because I want to be able to sell it later, but, there's a lot of instances in this game where you want to just leave items on the ground, or pile them somewhere. Just because you don't want to get rid of all of your, you know, inventory space for useless items. Because you can't always just go back and, like, teleport. It can be a huge hassle, really annoying. Oh, this pile of corpses all over the place. Okay, what have I not looked at? Looks like I haven't really gone down here. Oh wait, yeah, it's just open. Okay, there's a path to the right I didn't really look at. Let's investigate that. Oh yeah, this is the fun room, I remember. I'm just gonna sit here camping like a bitch. Skill! I'm so talented. Yeah, I love how you can see, like, blood splatters. Oh man, he's bugging out. Because sometimes you want to, like, make sure the enemy has space to maneuver. Hello? That's weird. It's like you hit him and his AI bugs out. Yeah, I guess I'll sit here. That way I can, like, consistently get more destruction in. And yeah, that is the total kills of the enemy type. I remember that mystifying me as a kid, because I was like, what? This is a single-player game. Like, who are you killing in the background? Maybe it's an NPC. No. It's just for you. Bookcase. Book of Holy Bolts. Useless. Absolutely useless. I guess theoretically, you could do like a really weird, gimmicky mage build as a melee character, but why would you do that? I guess if you're doing like a weird, a challenge run, maybe it could be amusing. Let's see, what do I want to upgrade next? Let's upgrade our strength. Let's do dex again for that accuracy. Ooh, 69. Nice. Nice. The perfect number to hit enemies with. God bless whoever made that meme. Is that it? Is that everything in this room? Looks like it. I believe you do get different music as you progress through the dungeons, but early on you hear a lot of the same tunes. And the fun thing, like a nice little detail I appreciate about this game, is the visual design. Not just in the zones that changes as you progress, but like even the entryways into the zones. Like basically the levels in this game are kind of split up into different categories. This is like the first early dungeons, so they all look like this pretty much. But eventually the staircase will change and it'll look a little bit more ominous. And this game is pretty linear in the sense that, you know, your goal is to just go down more and more. But I love that. It's like the classic, this is like the literal definition of dungeon crawler, because you're just going down, down, down. And in RPGs, I always found that to be super interesting and spooky, you know? Like in Blighttown, or there's that one poison area I don't remember in Dark Souls 2, where you're going underground, and there's like these zombie houses underneath. It's like this trash area, the gutter, I believe. Excuse me. Allergies are always going crazy. I guess we'll make our way back to the next staircase now. See, how is our inventory doing? Not great, but we can probably delay going over there a little bit longer. Y'all hold on to that for the time being. Keep using the mace. But that scimitar looks like it could be very, very useful. I'm used to Dark Souls, so the way that stats work in this game is honestly quite confusing. And man, this is a long way. This is a really long way to get back to where we were, huh? And there's no run button like there is in Diablo 2, which I think made these sections a lot less tedious. Save again. And yeah, well, I guess you can see a little bit of a visual design. It's more subtle. But we'll get more on the nose as we progress. Ooh, these guys are fucking badasses. Like, they're actually taking a lot of hits. They're hard to hit. Damn. You guys are very hard to hit. Okay, that's one down. Okay, hold on. I guess it doesn't matter. We have, like, the same rags anyway. I don't want to open that door, because, like, I don't know if there's more mobs. Because normally I would use that as a choke point to, like, deal with these enemies, but, it would be very embarrassing. Let's see how this mechanic works. So I can just press S. Scroll of healing. Let's do that. Wait, how does this work? Oh. There we go. We just gotta right click. Okay. Ha! Of course. I forgot about that.
I can't use this yet.
I'm too dumb to read, unfortunately. And that's interesting, because usually it would say intelligence or faith or something. But in this game, they just call it magic. I guess it's more straightforward than it would be in, like, Dark Souls. Okay. We have a scroll of healing. There we go. But it's not a 100% heal. So noted. And I believe if you die in this game, it basically follows the rules of Minecraft. Oh, I love killing the fiends. They just explode into gore. It's beautiful. Yeah, those dark ones are badasses. Let's see. It would be a while to, like, bait you all over. See, like, in Diablo 2, it would be a lot easier to kite these guys, because we can just run. It is what it is, though. There's a sit dagger. The fact that it's blue indicates there's some kind of special mechanic going on. Quick attack, okay. A club? But how useful is that, really? And yeah, whenever you see blue text for a weapon or an item, that means it's unique. And it usually has to be identified. You can either personally identify it yourself on the fly, or you can go over to Kane and he will identify any item for you. I don't remember if you have to, like, pay him to do it or not, though. And I don't think we're gonna get too many abilities. Like, maybe when we get the books, we can, like, learn spells, like the town portal. And we can, like, hotkey that. That's pretty much it. And I believe rejuvenation heals both mana and health. I guess we'll see. I guess we don't really need mana, because apparently that repair thing didn't even use up any mana. Which is weird. You think it would. Oh, I hate these guys. There's not too many of them right now, but I remember later on there's gonna be bosses that are, like, completely defended by these guys. And they love doing this shit. Okay, now it's coming back to me, the PTSD. Die! Okay, there we go. So in Diablo 2, in particular, I remember... Can I run back? Ah, shit, we're getting surrounded. Which is something you have to be wary of, by the way. Because sometimes they'll just surround you and there's really no counterplay at that point. You just fight your way through and hope for the best. So we'll just sit here and tank them. See how many we can survive. And we'll use a rejuvenation potion. Oh. Or not. Because I wanted to test to see exactly how it works. Our character's just having a fucking stroke at the doorway. Okay? He's having a seizure, and it just so happens that we're hitting everything. And we are hitting for a lot more damage now, so that's cool. And maybe later... Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna, like, wing the stats for the time being, and then later I'll look up what exactly the stats do for future reference. Maybe this is, like, one of those games where you really want a, Hold on. Okay, so that's funny. We can do that in the middle of combat. Very convenient. We need something with higher... Oh, wait. That has higher... durability stats, slightly. Falcon. Cool. And just like that, this room is cleared. I believe our stats also upgrade naturally as we level up, maybe. So now we're 4 out of 11 on that. So what happens if we switch this around? 3 out of 10, 1 out of 8. Okay, so this is 1 out of 8. This is also 1 out of 8. Well, actually, it does increase our base stats, huh? With the scimitar, didn't I just say, yeah, that's 5 out of 9. So it's super high now. What if we use the falcon? 6 out of 10. Ooh. The Dagger of Readiness. That is a goofy name. Sometimes you wonder if the developers were a little bit drunk when they were making this. Guess we don't need that. Ooh, that looks very fancy. Yeah, why not? I got another one of these town portals. Let's upgrade strength again. Now we have even higher damage. And what happens if we go back to this? 4 out of 11. Okay. Well, that says 4 out of 8, so I guess that's why the base stat goes up more, right? So maybe, like, the numbers between 3 and 7 here depend on this stat. Or your strength or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna keep using the scimitar for the time being, because it has the highest base damage. I think at the very least you should have been able to run in the town. There's no reason to not let you run in the town. And they did do that in Diablo 2. I assume Diablo 3.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while.
Oh, you motherfucker. Yeah, it does cost money. Nah, I'm good. I'm not paying you nothing, man. Okay, let's see how this works. 5 out of 15. 25% damage. 7 plus to vitality. I guess we'll keep using this, because it does scale better. I guess that has to do with the...
Whoa, what can I do for you?
See, what do I have to repair here? Let's upgrade that. It's really weird, because like we can do this for free, so I guess we never actually have to pay Griswold for any of this. Let me see if the cost of the Falcon goes up.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Where's the Falcon? So it's 62 now. What if we repair it?
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Okay, so it doesn't matter there. Don't really care about this. Looks like it has really bad stats anyway. Club, don't need that. And I believe how this works is it will never sell the things that you're actually holding, so you don't have to worry about that. That's good. Okay. That's the longsword. Scimitar, 6 out of 10. 7-11.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
So I'll hang on to the Falcon for the time being. What kind of premium items can we get now? We got 2K already. Ooh. Axe of the Bear. 4 out of 12. That sounds pretty good. Screw it, why not? Let's get it. See how that works. Now, are we able to sell it in case we don't like it?
Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah, but it's not for the same value. So you really gotta be sure of your decisions in this game. Kinda like 7:15. Okay, so there is a two-handed mechanic in this game. Gotcha. Can I get better armor?
What can I do for you?
It's a 7 armor there. Yeah, screw it, why not? And more importantly, it has better durability, so we don't have to, like, repair it constantly.
What can I do for you?
And that's just, like, the useless filler items. We'll leave that there for the time being. And over here, we can have our weapons we actually want to use. So we'll keep the Falcon here. I want to hang on to the... Hold on. Can you, like... Isn't there a way that you can, like, switch weapon types or something? But I don't see different pages here. So Control, W. That's the quest log. Oh. Okay, apparently I found the brightness keys. Guess I'll keep the mace there. And town portal. I guess it's probably gonna get auto-filled anyway. Actually, let's sell this. Why not? I'm pretty sure the witch could value from it. It's worth noting that if you have the inventory open and you pick up an item, it will automatically force you to pick a spot. And I'm actually gonna have to, like, stop it right here after I sell this, because I just realized what time it is. This is a good first play session. You got decent progress.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Yeah, you don't take that for a lot of money, but it's something. And I don't know, like, where it puts you when you leave and quit. So I'm gonna come back to the portal just in case. Yeah, that's unfortunate that this game doesn't let you use different weapon modes. Like, you can't just press W and have a different equipment set up immediately. Because that saved a lot of inventory space too, and it gave you the option. It made it easier to, like, switch between weapons. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.